There's nothing quite like the thrill of racing, the roar of the engine, the blur of the scenery, the white-knuckle tension as you fight for position. And when it comes to virtual racing, Gran Turismo is in a league of its own. It's the closest you can get to the real thing without actually strapping yourself into a race car. But Gran Turismo is more than just a racing simulator. It's an experience. It's about pushing yourself to the limit. It's about mastering the art of driving. And sometimes it's about embracing the unexpected. Now, I've always been a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so when I fire up Gran Turismo, I don't just want a casual Sunday drive, I want a challenge. I want to test my skills against the best drivers in the world, and I want to do it in conditions that would make a polar bear shiver. That's where Gran Turismo's dynamic weather system comes in. This isn't just a case of a few raindrops on the windshield. We're talking torrential downpours, blinding snowstorms, and fog so thick you can barely see the car in front of you. So there I was, controller in hand, scrolling through the track lists, Spa-Francorchamps, Tute, Nürburgring, been there, done that. There it was, the Suzuka circuit. A technical track with a reputation for being unforgiving. Perfect. Now for the fun part, the weather. A gentle drizzle. Please, this is Gran Turismo, not a picnic in the park. I cranked the settings up to the max. Torrential rain, gale force winds, and just for good measure, I threw in some rolling thunder and lightning. Let's do this. The starting grid was a symphony of roaring engines and flashing lights. The tension was palpable. The rain was coming down in sheets, blurring the already dim track lighting. Visibility was down to about the length of a Formula One car. Not ideal. But hey, who needs to see where they're going anyway? The flag dropped and we were off. Well, most of us were. The back of the pack resembled a demolition derby in a hurricane. Cars were spinning out, aquaplaning off the track and generally making a mess of things. I managed to avoid the carnage thanks in part to my superior driving skills and a healthy dose of luck. But this was just the beginning. The real challenge was yet to come. The next few laps were a blur of spray, squealing tires and near misses. The rain was relentless, turning the track into a water slide. Every corner became a high-stakes gamble. Brake too late and you're going for a swim. Accelerate too early and you're spinning like a top. At one point, I was neck and neck with a particularly aggressive opponent. We were approaching the infamous 130R corner at breakneck speed. The rain was coming down harder than ever. He made his move, trying to squeeze past me on the inside. Big mistake, his tires lost grip and he went into a spin. I narrowly avoided him, my heart pounding in my chest. He ended up beached in the gravel trap. His race over. A stark reminder that in these conditions, even the smallest mistake can be costly. As the race entered its final lap, I found myself in the lead, but my pursuer was hot on my tail, a mere car length behind. The rain had eased slightly, but the track was still treacherous. One wrong move and victory would slip through my fingers. The final chicane approached. A notoriously tricky sequence of corners, even in dry conditions. My rival saw his chance. He lunged for the inside, hoping to catch me off guard. But I was ready for him. I held my line, squeezing him out towards the edge of the track. He ran wide, his tires losing grip on the slick surface. He skidded off the track and into the gravel, his race run. I crossed the finish line a split second later, victorious. As I took my victory lap, the rain finally began to subside. The setting sun peeked through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the track. It was a moment of pure triumph, made all the sweeter by the challenges I had overcome. The extreme weather had pushed me to my limits, testing my skill, my nerve, and my reactions. It had been a white-knuckle ride from start to finish, but that's what Gran Turismo is all about. It's about finding the edge of your abilities and then pushing a little further. So, if you're looking for a true test of your racing mettle, I urge you, fire up Gran Turismo, crank up the weather settings and see what you're made of. It's an experience you won't soon forget. Trust me, there's nothing quite like the feeling of wrestling a car around a rain-soaked track at 200 miles per hour. The elements conspiring to send you spinning into oblivion. It's exhilarating, terrifying, and utterly addictive. Just remember to pack your virtual raincoat and don't blame me if you end up in a virtual ditch.